She stole my nail client. How could this happen? I'm mad and I'm upset. I'm going to talk about it right now on the Biz Talk. You, Tracey Ryerson, stole my nail client.
And I'd do it again.
Just to clarify, I know there's nail techs out there, and we said she stole my nail client because
It flowed off the tongue.
it kind of flowed off the tongue and was a kind of a catchy phrase. But we understand that it could be a male nail client stealing your client. So he or she stole your nail client. But most likely it's going to be a she because 99% of the industry
Okay, that took
is
like 1 minute longer than it needed to be.
a lot longer, just to explain. But let's talk about this. I don't know where this is going to go, Trace, because first of all, someone stealing your nail client, is that, well, let me ask you this. I don't like your uh-huhs. I feel like I'm in trouble. Like, what do I do? Is it common? Like, does this happen where there's movement of clients between salons that are maybe in a like close proximity to each other? Is that kind of like would you have people come through your door that used to go to so and so and
Yeah.
it happens
for sure. But no one stole your client.
No, Tracey, the title is She Stole My Client. I'm pointing at you because you stole my client.
I didn't steal anybody's client. Your client came to me.
Okay. Talk to me about this. What's the deal with that?
You know, now I have seen some nasty things go down where people have. Next sister-in-law used to do this, and I told her, do not do that from my salon again.
Ooh, what did she do? This is juicy.
She make a phone call to someone and say, your nails don't look good. You shouldn't be going to her. You should come to me, and I'm like, don't do that again.
Oh, like aggressively.
Yeah, you're aggressively, what do they call that? Headhunting? Like in
Yeah.
business?
Yeah.
Aggressively going after someone
Poaching.
and trying to bad talk
Poaching your
someone. Now,
clients.
I've seen that, but if that client decided to go to her,
You don't want that client.
she didn't steal your client. Your client made that decision.
Yeah.
But no, I've seen nasty stuff like that go down. But do clients decide to go elsewhere? Yes. Why? Because the grass is always greener on the other side.
Just to jump back to the juicy stealing your sister-in-law did. It's a two-way street, right? Like what I mean by that is that's probably not the right word or phrase, but it takes two to tango. There we go. Your sister-in-law and the client. It's not just the sister-in-law doing it. The client's got to dance too.
She's got to dance too.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm happy with my girl. Now, this
Right.
situation, guess what the next phone call was? From that nail tech.
Can I come back to you?
No, from that nail
Oh,
tech.
from the nail tech? What?
Why are you talking crap about me?
Oh, what?
Because the girl called her nail tech.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's all going down in my salon. And my salon's not involved in that.
Right.
We don't do that, So yes, is there some dirt? But that's what's going to happen, right? Either they're going to go to that person, and did she technically steal your client? I get she did some dirty stuff she shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
But your client may not have been happy that she's trying someone else.
Right.
Or two, they're going to call the nail tech and say, hey, that nail tech down the street is talking crap about you, and it's just going to cause friction.
Right.
It's
right,
not good
right.
for anybody.
So what did you do? And I'm just curious. What did you called your sister-in-law in that situation?
Oh, she was throwing a fit about, no, she was in front of me. She's throwing a fit about getting the call from the nail tech. And I'm like, you will never do that again in the salon. No, she's an independent, but you're doing it from my phone.
Yeah.
Back in when we actually had phones.
Headphones. Yeah.
I'm like, we don't, don't get upset because first of all, you did it. I listened to you do it.
Right.
And then second of all, don't make those phone calls from my salon anymore.
It's interesting how a lot of times, like if we lose a customer or something goes wrong, we want to blame everything outside of ourselves, right? It's kind of the first place that we want to go because it's hard to admit, like, okay, was I taking care of this customer properly? And then, like, to Tracy's point, let's say you were taking care of the customer properly and they still decided to leave. Well, you know what? You just found out you don't want that kind of client, right?
Sometimes it's completely innocent, Habib.
Sure.
It could be schedule. It
Right,
could be
right.
they moved. It could, and I want to try someone that's a little closer to me because it's more convenient.
Right.
It could be, and are they going to communicate that with you? Probably not.
Yeah.
You would like to think, that I would communicate that with someone just so they knew. No, because we're busy and we're just doing things, and we're like, you know what, this isn't my best friend or my mom. I don't need to call them and explain to them why I'm going somewhere else. I just didn't book any more appointments.
Yeah. No, I think that's true. Convenience, I think, is a big factor. Like, I know for me, I have to use myself as an example as to, like, why would I change? Like, I would go to, like, this person to get a haircut or that person. A lot of it was schedule. Like, and initially I just wanted the convenience, but then I went to a different place because it's the way that we're to my son, they were so
huge.
nice to him, and they'd be like, what do you want to watch? And he loved it. And so the experience was a little more rich at this place for me and my son. So I decided to go there. But you're right. There could be a million different reasons, and it has nothing to do with the person. Like, the other person did a great job cutting my hair. This was a scheduling thing, and it was more of like, okay, my son, we get our haircuts together. And so that was it.
Yeah, it was nothing personal.
Yeah, you're right. It's nothing personal.
So when stuff like that happens, you have to kind of go off of, am I losing a bunch of clients?
Right.
Or was it just one person that randomly disappeared?
That's a great point. Very similar to what you brought up before. You talked about, like, when you build a full clientele and you have one customer complaining, are there a lot of customers complaining in your full clientele about your nails popping off? Or is it one customer always complaining? It's a great way to narrow down, is it something I'm doing, or could it be that this customer is having some difficulties, right?
Exactly.
It's the same thing. I think that's you always have to look at the data,
yeah,
right?
Look at the big picture. And what happens is sometimes we just focus on that little snapshot of, she's not coming to me anymore. And you know what? I know that she's getting her nails by Habib now, and Habib stole my client.
Yes, I did, Tracy. I took your client.
Took her. But really, all that happened was she hit you up on Instagram. I like your work. Do you have any appointments? Sure.
Yeah.
That's it.
It almost seems insane to me to think, right, outside of your sister-in-law, that how many times is somebody just going, I'm going to steal her client.
I got nothing better to do today.
Like the music pops, and then there's like, hey.
Hold it. Why was it that music? That's not evil music. What was that from? That's from...
I don't know.
It's
from a movie?
No, it's an old show.
Oh, I have no idea.
Isn't that like, I'm coming for you? Remember
I don't
that
know what
show?
you're talking. No. What show?
He was the, he managed the dump. And it's him and his son. And he was always like, whenever he was...
Sanford and Son?
Yeah, Sanford and Son.
Oh, I guess there's a little Sanford and Son in that. Yeah.
like,
That's
why
one
is
of my
it
favorite
Sanford
shows,
and
man.
Son? Not evil music.
It's not. Well, I was trying to do... Okay, I failed. That wasn't a good representation. But, I mean, come on. Like, we've got to use some sense here, right? How often is that happening? Or is the reality, like, this is something that you say I always found really interesting. When somebody's building a clientele, right? Are you in this perpetual process of building a clientele? Meaning,
right.
are you gaining and losing customers at the same rate? There's a problem there, right?
Now that might happen at first.
At first, of course.
But are we
if you're 5 years in,
3 years in, and this keeps on happening?
Yeah.
We got to look inward.
So if you're like 3, 4, whatever, I mean, you're like 5 years in and you're still like, there's something, is it your nails? It's not, I remember people used to, like when our product went in Ulta, we had some people complain, and you gave a great example of this. Someone was, and it was the nail polish, right? It wasn't,
it was the polish line.
It was our nail polish line at the time. And somebody at a trade show had walked up to Tracey and said, "You guys ruined my business because you're in Ulta.
I lost all my clients.
Lost all my clients because you're in Ulta." And Tracey said, "We're actually not in Ulta yet."
Yeah.
So
we haven't launched in Ulta yet.
We haven't launched in Ulta yet.
First, I was sympathetic. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, of course.
However, just so you know, we haven't actually launched in Ulta.
Exactly.
So,
and it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, you guys ruined my business. She stole my nail client.
She stole my client. She's the reason I'm not keeping clients.
I'm not keeping clients, and I'm not successful. And that's just not a good mindset, right?
No.
And the way you started this off, nobody's stealing your clients. I think that is a great perspective to have. I think you should say that to yourself, she's not stealing my clients. Maybe a client left. There's scheduling reasons. There could be a million reasons why somebody went somewhere else. But then in the grand scheme of things in the universe, that's going to come back to you, right? I look at it as the rate at which somebody changes because of schedule is also the rate at which you're going to probably gain a customer too, right?
Well, and if you're going to take it as she stole your client, every person that gives you a call that's ever had their nails done in that town, are you stealing them as a client?
Right.
Then you're stealing other people's clients.
Right. It's not.
It's not.
It's not happening because at one point or another, they were with another nail tech.
Yeah.
And so now that you have them, did you steal them? No, you didn't steal them. They chose to come to you for some reason.
But this is where, don't talk bad about the tech.
For sure.
Don't do that. Don't make that the way you try to get clientele, even though technically if a client decides to come to you, whether you're bad talking or not, you're not really stealing, but it's just not a good look.
It's not a good look. I could easily, come on, give me a reason to be like, the reason our business is not doing well, like 4 years ago, right? I could have easily said, my competitors are cheating and they're stealing my customers and they're doing evil things. Dun, 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 dun. That's my new evil song. Does that one work?
It was better.
Better?
Still had
Still
a Sanford
bad.
and Son theme to it.
I can't help it, man. That music is ingrained in this body, Trace. It's going to come out how it's going to come out. But like, can you imagine if I said that to you? Hey guys, gather around. Okay, everybody. CEO is about to speak on the direction of this business. And what I'm about to tell you is going to shock you. We're being screwed over by everybody. That's the strategy moving forward, guys. This is how we're going to grow, is by thinking that everybody screwed us over. Our competitors, customers are leaving us. They're stealing.
Well, and it would be more even so of a, like, at a trade show. Oh, you use that product? Let me tell you about them. Their product's crap. They're crap personally. It's not a good look.
You can't.
As a customer, if I'm in your booth and that's how you're trying to transition me to your product.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I don't know about
Yeah.
that. Let your product speak for itself. Let your nails speak for itself.
Dude, we're like, we've been a growing company. Since 2005, we've been on this. We've had obviously dips, but if you look at the trajectory of our company over that time, since 2005 till now, the last 16 years, we've been on this overall growth trajectory. Our entire philosophy is like, we don't care what products you use. Do you have a question? We're going to answer it.
Going to try our best.
We're going to try our best.
If it's not our product,
It's hard.
I'm still going to try my best.
Yeah, to help you. Customers come into booths all the time. We see competitors. I've seen educators from other companies come to our booth and they want to learn. We teach them. Mm-hmm. We're literally teaching them our methods of how we do nails, and they're going to go and use another competitor's product and push their products. That's not going to destroy my business. Not even that. First of all, there really is enough business for everybody.
There really is.
There really is. There really, really is. Second of all, it's just like to have that scarcity mindset of like, there's only a few customers and you're stealing them. Like, man, you're not in the right mindset to build a successful business. It's
You're not
hard.
focusing on the right thing.
You're not focusing on the right thing. That's a better way to put it. Yes. You can't, you're focusing on the negative and you're not being objective. You're not looking at yourself. And if you can't look at yourself and be objective about something that might be wrong that's causing you to lose clients, and instead you're taking the easy way out and saying, she stole my client, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle for a long time.
100%.
100%. Let us know in the comments below what you think, how you feel about this topic. We'd love to hear about it. Also, any other suggestions for videos and information that you want to know, let us know in the comments below. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.